G'day guys and gals. So, before I get into this video, if it does help you out or you just enjoy the content, could you please like and subscribe because that really helps me grow my baby channel. Now, WD-EX-6 challenge mode. The mobile tactical hangar is in a different location, so it starts there and it moves over here, I think, off the top of my head. It moves into one of these three side squares. Now, this really upset me while I was working through this, because I actually had this brilliant little layout that worked fantastically, and then I had to reorganize everything. So, the operators I'll be going with are Beanstalk and Scavenger. If you don't have Beanstalk, you can replace with Courier. I just like using Beanstalk as a starting point. Makes it a little bit less stressful. Gummy and Quora, I have two tanks, but I'm not planning on using both tanks, so I'm really only planning on bringing Quora. I just have Gummy in case something goes terribly awry. I have Suzerain and Gavial. Obviously you can swap either out for any healer of your choice. Vermeil and May as range damage dealers. Now, you don't need a slower like May, you can bring any other sniper you prefer, as long as they are just a standard sniper. So, Meteor is okay for her armor break, I say okay. Platinum, Greythroat, skill 1. Jessica, skill 1 as well. Blue Poison, if you're going to use her. You could use either or if you were going to use Blue Poison. Exucier, use whatever you like. It's really up to you guys what you want to use. I use May just as a bit of a slow, but like I said, you can use whoever you want, Jessica or May. Pinecone with skill 2, sorry. Basically because you're just feeding enemies through lanes, so you don't need the extra range that comes with skill 1. If you don't have Pinecone, just grab an AoE Arts dealer. So any AoE caster will work. Laser is great for these particular maps. Gitano is okay. Leonhardt probably not so okay, just because of how his talent works. You're just better off going with, you know, Gitano, Skyfire, Lava. Fast redeploy, so I've just got Gravel, and I have Utage as well for her deploy skill, so skill 2. And that's it. So this is less of trying to block things and more about just trying to make as good a maze as you can. So unfortunately, as good a maze as I can was sort of thrown in the ground when they moved the terminal over to here. So basically every exit point runs straight over to our own objectives. So they just run straight across. So that's your starting point of reference. Unfortunately, because of the drone bay being moved, it has made life a little bit more tricky, but that's okay. We can work around it to a certain degree. What we're going to do is just pop down one blocker there. I'm going to pop down Beanstalk up here. Pop down her little crab thing just here. And I'm going to throw in my next Vanguard, so Scavenger. Scavenger's going to be here, just to reinforce that row. And now I'm going to go back to putting blockers in. So I'm going to put a blocker in up top here. Put another blocker in here. And that's it. Unfortunately, that's the best we get. So from here, I'm actually just going to throw in Gavial up the back here because I do need a stronger healer on the far side. So second healer over here. A male here. I'll fast forward a bit while I'm waiting for my deployment points. We're gonna pop in Pinecone just here. So obviously Pinecone's base range when she's not using her skill is these 6 tiles, and then when her skill cycles it goes down to the 3 that's just in the lane that Scavenger's in. So just be aware of that one. Shirayuki will be our next in. So Shirayuki up here. I'm going to use the male skill. So for this first bloke with a shield, what we're going to do is I am going to throw down Utake to get rid of him. So because this drone has so far to go, Utake will get this guy down well before his little safety drone gets anywhere near him. So I'm going to use Shirayuki's skill. And the benefit of this is that Beanstalk won't actually attack those drones primarily like, say, the male will. So that's why I like using Beanstalk. If you're using another Vanguard, it does get a bit funny because Beanstalk also tends to do a lot of damage when stuff is blocked by her little crab thing. So it makes life a lot easier because you've got that ranged operator that can run around, whereas if I had Courier would sort of be at this top section here, or whichever other Vanguard I was using. And it wouldn't really be assisting with funneling stuff, and I don't exactly enjoy sort of relying on Courier and that sort of capability. So Utage looks like she's actually let me down there. So I'm going to let that guy go anyway. Last but not least, I'll use these skills again. And once this guy goes down, I am going to pull out Beanstalk, pop in May, pop in Quora, and that's it. So now we've got these fellows here. Basically, we want to get them and their drones as far away from here as we can. So there's that first drone, so I'll pull her out. Just gonna pop in Gummy there just to stop that one. Use the male skill. So I'm not too fussed about these leakers. So here comes our next enemy. So I'm going to pull out Gummy, pop in Gravel, wait until he does his skill, pull him back out. So I'm going to use Cora's skill here just to start blocking up as many of these enemies as I can. Once again, I'm going to use Utage to get rid of this enemy. So there goes that enemy. Pull her out. Pop in Gravel to get rid of this, to bait this guy's drone. So there we go, there's his drone. Pull her out. Now I have my Vanguard ready for if there's any more leakers. Which there hopefully won't be. Shirayuki skill again. Shirayuki, because she also slows with her skill 2, also helps just to sort of keep this wave at bay. It's not the best means of keeping anything at bay, but it's something. So we have another one of these guys here, so I'm just going to sneak in Gravel. Gravel's got there, Vermeil's skill, pull Gravel back out. So we're going to have leakers here again, maybe. No, I think Pinecone got them all. So that's fine. Shirayuki's attacking those drones because unfortunately she can't attack this main wave, but that's fine. So this fellow here, we want to sort of do the same thing because a first hit summons a drone, so we're going to force that drone. I might actually just leave Gravel there until she dies, which didn't take as long as I thought it was going to, but that's okay. And now this is a healing drone, so I don't need to worry about this. Use Shirayuki's skill on that drone, just because I know that that shuriken is going to follow that through. And now I'm just going to start placing in operators again. So I'm going to put this little flower here, so it can help attack. Utage in behind. Cora's skill, because why the hell not? So again, this is just another healing drone. I don't care about that. All drones that come at this point in time are all going to be healing drones, so I don't care what comes through here. I obviously don't need 2 healers, so I can get rid of 1. Not that I can do much about any of it, I don't think. Maybe not. That's okay. So, what we've got is what we've got. I unfortunately can't get rid of this crab now that I've actually placed it, I don't think. I'll see if I can. No, I can't. I have to get rid of Beanstalk to get rid of the crab, so... Anyway, now I'll just fast forward it and let it run its course. Oh, Shirayuki's ready. Shirayuki in. So this little guy still has a drone pull left. So use Cora's skill, because why the heck not? So here comes his drone. So it's a bit long-winded at the end, but you get through there in the end. It's not too hard. It's really just about making sure that everything gets blocked up. Leakers are usually fairly weak by the time they leak, so you don't need to worry too much about it. If you do need to worry about it, you've always got a fast redeploy. If you are super concerned about it, though, probably consider, if you've got Beanstalk, reconsider where you're placing her drone, her crabs, and probably stick to using, like, say, this particular metal crab skill. So this one will actually summon 4 crabs. So if you sort of put one, say, over here, that means that you'll get 3 crabs along here, which will block 1 target each, so you don't need to worry about that. It's really just making sure that you're on top of anything that may leak through. Now, as you saw, I went through that with 4-star operators, so if you're using 5s, so for example, just moving straight up, if I swapped out Vermeil for, say, Blue Poison with skill 2, obviously they're going to have a dot on them, so they're probably going to die of their own volition. Instead of using Shirayuki, if I was using, say, Meteorite, her splash damage is probably going to ravage most things in the area. Yeah, the higher you go, if you bring even 1 5-star, you'll probably find, 5-star DPS I should say, you'll probably find that a lot will change, but yeah, I hope that helps, guys. As I said at the beginning, if it does help, like, subscribe. because it does help my little channel grow, and I hope to see you guys for the next one.